Ox, what are you doing? What do you think? Okay, so off camera, Ox was saying that people that like bass are going to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe. Isn't that what you were saying just a minute ago? I think it was. Anyway, again, I'm not saying it, Ox is saying it, so that is up to y'all to decide if you like bass or not, but Ox likes bass. And Ox says that he liked and subscribed, didn't you? Yes, you did. What is going on, Basshead family? Thank you for checking in to another build video on Project Sequoia, the big build we're doing for the Sundown Audio Show 2021. It's going to be here before we know it, guys. In today's video, we're going to be mounting the new amps and going over why this year's build is just going to be way louder than last year's build. Let's get into it. Okay, now over here on my wall, of course, we have the MD12K that we used in last year's build and that we use for all the sub reviews that we do on this channel. Now, real quick note, a bunch of people asking me if I will sell this. No, I'm not going to sell the 12K. We'll probably keep this for the single sub reviews that I'm going to keep doing after the show. So no, we're not getting rid of this, but want to get into why this new system is going to be way louder than the previous one. Alright guys, so of course this Taramps MD12K is 12,000 watts at 1 ohm. And then of course each of these base 8Ks are 8,000 watts at 1 ohm. So we have 16,000 watts versus 12,000 watts. So an extra 4,000 watts. That of course really helps. But there is a factor, guys, that is just going to make this almost twice as powerful as what we had here, and that is impedance. Now, on the last build with 612s, I had 612s that, of course, were dual 4-ohm subs. Now, I had each sub ran in series, and then I had each sub connected in parallel. So what that did is that brought my impedance to 1.7 ohms. Now, my other option would have been to run each sub in parallel and then run them all in parallel together, and that would have dropped me down to about 3 ohms. But some of these Taramps are just known for not doing really well under 1 ohm, so I just didn't want to risk it, guys. I've had this thing down to half ohm and it's done okay, but with doing a bunch of demoing and whatnot, I just wasn't going to risk running it that low. So this guy we had ran to 1.7 ohms, and then after impedance rise and whatnot, we were staying above 2, even getting up into 3 and 4. So I really wasn't getting anywhere near the potential for that 12,000 watts. Now, with these guys, it's a little bit of a different story. Now, each of my subs are still dual 4-ohm subs. So, of course, if we were to run it on this Taramps 12K, we'd have to run it the exact same way, either at 0.3 or 1.7. And again, I wouldn't trust running 0.3 on this MD12K. Now, having 2 amps, not only do we get 4,000 more watts, we also get some different wiring options. Having this will allow me to run 2 sets of subs of 3. What that will allow me to do is I can run each sub in parallel down to 2 ohms, so then I can run 2 sets of 3 subs together in parallel, and that will drop me down to about 0.7 ohms each. So that means each amp over here will see 0.7 ohms. Now, of course, 0.7 ohms, guys, is half the impedance that we had with the 12K at 0.17. So just by doing that alone, we are basically doubling the power that these amps are going to be able to put out. Plus, we have more power anyway, just the fact that these 2 amps are bigger than the 1 amp. So guys, putting all that together, that is just going to make this system absolutely wild and so much louder than what we had last year. Real quick, I drew on a super quick, simple diagram just to kind of show you how this works. So last year, we had each individual sub ran in series, so that brought each sub up to 8 ohms, as you can see. We then ran each of those leads into parallel, so brought them all together, and that brought me to about 1.7 ohms. Now, this year, of course, we still have dual 4-ohm subs, but we have each sub ran in parallel, so that drops each sub down to 2 ohms, and then when we run 3 subs at 2 ohms, in parallel, that dropped us down to 0.7 ohms and 0.7 ohms. So, of course, each amp on 3 subs, 0.7 ohms. Y'all, I'm not good at explaining stuff, but I hope that makes sense to anybody Who does not know? This is definitely stuff that I had to learn and figure out as well. So again, I know a lot of y'all know how to do this, but for ones that don't, that is what we are going to be doing. Well guys, excited to get these things mounted up and see how they look. Amps are mounted, guys. They fit there really, really well. And over here, I had to have it kind of pushed over just so there's enough room for my dual inputs, and then of course for the wire to curve over and go around. And then same, had to leave plenty of room between them just so my wire can come up curved and go in smoothly without any really tight binds or anything like that. Here it is from this side, just so y'all can see. We are getting there, guys. All right, we've got all the power wires hooked up. So far, so good, guys. Just got to hook up the grounds. Now, good news is I think I can reuse my old grounds. So that would be awesome. We'll see. We have got everything over here hooked up. No RCA's hooked up yet. I'm waiting on a distribution block to come in. That should be in here real soon. But check out the wiring, guys. Looks a little messier than the old wiring setup, but overall, guys, still very functional and still overall pretty neat. Everything is really, really secure. That's what you really want to make sure. I have hangers and whatnot. Like this, all is in here super, super solid, guys. You just want to make sure wires aren't wobbling or wiggling around to where they could fall out and short on something or anything like that. So, got to put those fuses in, and then we can test it out. All right, guys, fuses are in. Let's power this thing on, see if everything's all good. We got power, guys. Both came right on. The fans are humming away. One step closer. Well, guys, that brings Project Sequoia 2.0 one step closer. Really, really excited to have all that done. Didn't know exactly how it was going to come out, but I think it came out really pretty good. Let me know in the comments what you think. Also, for anybody wondering, I do have rubber grommets behind the amps on the wall, just that way the amps can breathe in the back a little bit, and so there is a little bit of cushion from vibration. I know some of y'all are going to wonder, so just figured I'd let y'all know. Well, guys, I hope you found that entertaining. This little MD12K has done me well, but on to bigger and better things for now. Again, I am keeping this guy, may use it in the future when I go back to doing single subs, but y'all, we are making some big moves here. So excited to have this one step closer. Well, guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out so much with the YouTube algorithm and all that, guys. really, really helps. Engagement is like kind of the #1 thing that helps get your video pushed. And guys, the more my videos get pushed, the more people watch it, the more I can do on the channel for y'all. I want to review just bigger and better stuff, do bigger and better builds. And guys, it is working. It is happening. I'm so blessed to be doing this, but can always be doing more. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And as always, keep basing on.